So the people on YouTube will get to see me dance a little bit today, probably with the background music. Okay, YouTube's up and running. Okay, guys, so let's jump into it. So we're going to cover some pre-market tickers. I got our watch list over here. Yeah, ballet, sure. Sure, that's good. It's good exercise. I'm not very graceful though, bare feet, so I don't think there will not be applause at the end unless it's for thank God he stopped dancing. So we've got our watch list here. We've got our swing trade watch list up here. We've got kind of all the stocks. We've been day trading, day trade watching. Of course, you'll see AMD right at the top. I guess let's just jump into it with NBEV. So this is one that that's been hot and heavy. You know, we've been on top of in the trade room. We had this 50% retracement completed twice at this 279 level. Price reacted, and I'm telling you, if pressure builds up around this 50% level, you're very likely to break out, and that's what we've seen after hours. Well, really, we had this double top yesterday, but pulled back, and it loved that 279 support. So now we've got all these other higher price targets, and we're looking at another megaphone pattern. So pretty common. So we kind of had one, you know, here we had this widening inverse wedge. We've got it again, right? So we've got another one that we're looking at. We have long-term 5-day, 5-minute support down here in this level. So, you know, anything can happen, guys. There could be a lot of profit taking. This is technically 1, 2, we're on to day 3 with NBEV. So always be prepared for just a complete wash, flush, potential flush and reversal. And we're watching this momentum line right here, which is around 325, and then of course we got some support 317. So we've got all our lines drawn out, right? That thing's charted. We are good to go. We'll watch the candlestick patterns and we'll see what happens. So another one that's exciting, that's we were just saying is joined at the hip, is CRON. So CRON also moving nicely with the rest of the sector, and TLRY we were saying is joined at the hip. CRON is. So CRON, we've been saying for quite a while that I deleted all my Fibonacci lines yesterday. That's right. All right, I need to go back out and put those on, so you guys will see me draw those briefly. So there was a ton of resistance in $12, $12.60. Let's go to this last high. Okay, go to this last low. We've got some lines here, so we've got some minor fib retracements that'll help. A really important line that CRON has rejected a lot is the 1260. He also had the $12 range. Remember, that was acting as a barrier yesterday, right around 12 bucks. It had trouble breaking that. We've got some good upside targets on CRON. What I'd like to see CRON to really go on a super tear is leave the 1350s behind, and then you could see some tears way up into the high teens, maybe even 20s. Morning, Big Bear. My chart is kind of all, I had my fibs exactly how I liked it, so I might redraw these fibs later. I actually might go, I already see what I like better. So you kind of have to redraw these sometimes. My chart got so crowded with CRON. I wanted to show the traders yesterday a pattern, and so I ended up deleting my chart and I never put it back up. So this looks a little bit better. There's that 50% retracement around 1160. So that looks pretty accurate. This is not how I had my fibs yesterday, but there was the significant high, significant low, retracement done, react, and now we're moving higher, maybe to 100% retracement, back to that 1420 today. Very, very possible. Not far away on CRON. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's cover, this is from our watch list, ACBFF, and this thing is just moving. Let's see, when did we have our alert set up for that? So we were looking at that above 851. So let's mark that out. It's already cleared that in the after hours. And now pre-market. So where's this thing heading to? This thing is already reacting right now on this 50% retracement level, which is about 875. So if price starts to get away from this blue trend line here, this fib line, we could see $10 today. So this is going to be a really nice one to watch. It's not as volatile as some of the other stocks in this pot stock sector, and it's in a bit of a rising wedge, but you guys know high momentum stocks sometimes squeeze out to the upside, hit that $10, and this could hit that $10 range and then pull back. So, and then test the top of the wedge. So we're definitely going to be watching this one. I've got AARY on the radar. Again, all these things are in just different patterns. You can pretty much pick the pattern you like. It's just this whole sector is kind of moving right now. You've got this kind of consolidation, a little bit of a pennant going into here. This could break out and hit 1573 today. AVPs from our watch list, I got a alert set at 230 today. It's kind of a higher float, but it's had good consolidation yesterday, and there's still a decent range on it, so you can get 20-30 cents off of that. Cara, we traded at the end of the day, was trading in this triangle, and now it's moved up above it. So Cara's got a target of 24.15. This is one of my favorite stocks in terms of price action when it runs. Cara runs really nice, and the bid ask is usually typically pretty close, within 3 to 5 cents, but then you'll see it tighten up to like a penny. So that's really nice on Cara, CARA. Let's see what else is on the gap. So let's see what's currently happening. We got CRON, SMRT, FIT. FIT is kind of interesting. We were looking at that yesterday. So that cleared the $6 range. Got resistance up around 650. Let's see, back to the trade room. Yeah, TLRY is a bit wild, so we'll cover this one. This one, really the only way to trade this has been on the 5-minute chart. Usually don't see momentum hold this long day after day, but you can see once it broke out of this trading range in 124, below 124, 125, right? It was in a range, a pretty wild one, and it just completely left it behind yesterday, and then today. This is starting to look like a blow off top, and just look at all these gaps. I mean, at some point this thing's going to pull back hard to that 9 EMA. It's just been overbought since August, so really keep an eye on that. Creed wants me to look at SPWR, and so this thing's moving up, moving on up. So current high is 816. Let's check out the price action yesterday. It was lovely. So we're in a bit of a rising wedge. There's this possible bigger up channel here, so you got to respect these two lines currently, and you could really look at this as the last high. So draw your fibs or use Trend Spider, which draws automatic fibs for you. They're not customizable. I've customized mine, but they're still good. You still have a 50% retracement level at 797. So you can see price oscillating around here, 797. You got 838. So pretty interesting. We got an IPO today, XYF. So that's interesting. Let's put that on. IPOs have been pretty hot. So if nothing else is going on with these pot stocks and they're not shortable, we can take those to the downside. Maybe we can short those, or we can switch over to the IPO land. CVSI, close to high a day or almost at high a day. Break of 575, room to 630, 650. Man, there's a lot of stuff to pick from. We got INSY. Let's see. I believe NEPT was on the gap scanner, but so far it's kind of just pulling back in a bit of a triangle right here. Oh, TRXC is one that I'm really liking. Oh, I forgot to update the page. That's right. Hang on, guys. I'm going to go to the live streaming page now. Forgot to put that in the chat room. Let's see, live streaming. So we update our website each morning. On the we have a live streaming page, so you can come in and you can kind of get all of our links to our different live streaming platforms, so you guys can stay in contact with us throughout the day, watch what's happening, watch the scanners, watch me chart, watch me mentor, watch me teach all day long. And you know, traders are taking action, you know, based on the stuff that's happening in the trade room, based on the stuff that's happening with the stream, and people are getting more and more experienced day after day. We're getting great results from a lot of traders who, you know, you might have started 6 months ago. You could be just starting off fresh. We try to teach you guys good habits of patterns, technical analysis. If you're trading, you have to use technical analysis. You can't just say, you know, this stock's hyped up, I'm just going to hold it, right? There's a lot that goes into this. And if you're new, you don't know what you don't know. So you want somebody with experience to kind of guide you. And that's what our community is all about. So, TRXC, I was talking about this one at the close. I said something's up with this one. It was crossing this 610 level, this fib level, and I really wanted to take it as a swing, but it's against my rule to kind of swing trade stocks this low. I know I'd be up today, but oh well. You know, this thing's kind of at the top of a channel right now, but it has a great opportunity. TRXC has a great opportunity. I'm going to put that in the YouTube comments as well, but TRXC has a great opportunity to get up in this 750 level. You know, we've done 100% retracement to 610. We've got these upper level retracements. So I've got my GAN fans here, and so I'm really looking at this blue line. If this thing goes parabolic, to just hit this upper blue line, and so we'll have to see what happens with that. I'm gonna probably draw some new fibs on this, because if you guys look, there's some further price levels that we should look at. So we might turn this into a longer term major fib to get a better idea on what's happening. So you YouTubers are watching my screen. I've got scanners to the right. We got other types of scanners. If you guys want to join us today, check out the trial. I'm going to end the stream now. We've got 5 minutes to the bell, so I got to focus in on the members in the chat room. And we're going to probably take some of these trades, either these pot stocks, this IPO. We've got all of our alerts set up. There's some good swing trade stocks that we have marked out. For example, we've got BA, Boeing is really setting up pretty nice to challenge that former high. We're bouncing off of 50. So good stuff happening. Come join us in the trade room. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Hope you guys found this informational, helpful. And we'll see you on the other side.